going up against the Packers, who come in at 5-3. With that, let's get out to Arrowhead. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from one of the loudest venues in the NFL, there's a look at Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Come out throwing here to start the drive. They set up the screen for Henry. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it second down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Austin's got it left side. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Well, we saw the practice film this week. They wanted to focus on these intermediate passing plays, and it paid off there.
And they took that focus not just to the practice field, but in the film room to show the guys exactly what they wanted, what types of looks they should expect to get, and how they would beat those coverages each and every time, and it paid off on that play.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards, and it'll be second and very short.
Really tough drive, but that run helped salvage something there because now there's something positive that came out of it. They got to see good blocking, good push by the offensive line, wide receivers trying to get involved, a good run by the back, and now maybe it'll be a catalyst for them to look at going forward, watching it on tape. Maybe they can keep incorporating that type of a run into their offense.
It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And the play clock's running down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Trying to fight his tight end, Kelsey, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Rodgers now on 1st down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down. The pass, and now they face a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
So he got his hands a little too far outside. The ref caught him, threw the flag.
I really don't know where to go with this one. He caught the pass, but in the opposite direction towards his own end zone. That's not one you get every game. On 2nd down, here's Rodgers.
On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Now the fourth-year man from Texas A&M, Christian Michael. And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49.
As I watch that play unfold, stereotypes are being broken left and right. As a corner, you're often back there guarding against the pass. But how about that diagnosis and read and getting into the backfield and making a nice play and a tackle?
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. And this offensive unit should have a lot of juice coming off the big output that they had 1 week ago.
Nothing like confidence, is there? When you've played well the week before, you can't wait to get back on the field and do it again.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the catch made by Hilton. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Well, we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered, but how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
A couple of Chiefs there to bring him down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. They'll run a toss play to Michael. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They go to Michael again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give them a new set of downs.
It's really simple to say that they know their identity, that they are a passing team. But one of the reasons that they're so successful, they know how to mix in the run and make sure that they keep the defense off balance and not able to just simply say, let's go get the quarterback and disrupt things.
On first down, Rodgers. Over the middle here, it's Hilton. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And a glance now at the Chiefs' defense.
Dontari Poe emerged on the scene fast as a young player and continues to make big plays at defensive tackle.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. Looks for Janis, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And now here comes Kansas City. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
They set up the screen for Henry. A good first down call as the screen play gets them 9.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the 2nd quarter. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out. 2nd down, they need less than a yard to pick up the first. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Going up top. That's caught at the 25. And he takes it down deep into Green Bay territory.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. If you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is that now with his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play, but what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets...
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jeremy Maclin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs are in for 6. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase it.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot. Great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
On second down, here's Rodgers. And trying to get it to his tight end, Rodgers, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
A first down carry for Henry. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll be good for a KC first down.
Really strong, effective run there out of a power set or a heavy set. 3 tight ends in the game, and that's tough for a defensive coordinator. They want to spot that lineup coming into the game early so they can get the proper defensive personnel on the field. That's why the coordinator's relying on some of the assistants to tell him what offensive personnel is hitting the field so he can adjust accordingly. They weren't able to stop him on that run.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. He's going to get the football.
I'm Larry Ridley, and this is Madden 17 on EA Sports. Squaring off today, we have two teams who come in with identical records on the season. It's the Packers going up against the Chiefs. For the call, let's send you out to the broadcast booth, where we'll join our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Larry, as always, it is a frenzied atmosphere inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Green Bay Packers and the Kansas City Chiefs. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. A good first down call as the screenplay gets him 9. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. We heard them talk before the game about utilizing the intermediate passing game this week. It works for them there. They move the chains.
And we saw them work on it in practice as well. And most teams take a period at a time to work on different things. They put a couple of periods of work into the intermediate passing game, and now we know exactly why. They got the look that they were seeking, and they were able to take advantage of it.
And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. Offense needs something here on second down. It is second and long. Play clock winding down. And they're not going to get this one off in time. It'll be a delay. The play fake. He'll look to throw. To the right side, it's Kelce. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
And Jeff Janis has it complete. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
And that's the kind of pass that adds up over time, Brandon. You may not have picked up a first down there, but if you keep chipping away at it, eventually big plays may result.
He finds Malcolm Mitchell here. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. And 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Rodgers now on first down. To the right side, it's caught by Mitchell. A gain of 6 there on first.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Throwing is Rodgers. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
Now Rodgers. He's got a man. It's Mitchell. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Chris Jones. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. And the big meat on the D-line. We'll see how they do today.
And I'd hate to be an offensive lineman having to deal with these guys. They come in hungry, meat.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
What really hurts defenses on screen passes is that they eat up one of their levels right away. Because you know, most defense, there's 3 levels. D-line, linebacker, secondary. But on a screen pass, you're inviting the defensive line to get past them. And then you throw the ball over their heads. And now, there's just 2 levels left to try and stop big guys out in front of a guy running with the football. So often you hear defensive coaches talk about we need all 11 on every play in order to be a good run-stopping unit. And sometimes it starts to sound a little cliche. But did you see the free safety on that play? Knifing through and running down the ball carrier. A huge, huge play. And when you have a free safety who can run like that, you've got to turn him loose.
2nd and goal to go now. Derrick Henry. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only a couple yards there, and that's going to set up a long 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's 4th down.
Putting pressure on the guy throwing the football is always good, but when you can couple that with contact on him that leads to an incompletion, as we just saw there, that's winning football.
And Myers able to knock it through, and the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So a little fortunate there because that one was definitely leaking right.
Without a doubt. Maybe about the width of a football or so inside that right upright. But he got it to go.
This will be fielded at the 6. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
For those who watch the game and want to question the courage of the guys who play on the corner, how about when you see a toss sweep coming your way, yet you still go into the backfield, get past the blockers, and make the tackle? That's big league.
So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's got time. He shakes him off. Now he'll go deep down the middle. And got his man complete. A really good pickup of 28 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you're probably going to have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And it's complete to Mitchell. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and build a play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Rodgers again now. Forced out to his left. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Jeff Janis, the one he was looking for. And now it's 3rd down.
Whenever I see an in-route dropped, as we just saw in that play, I'm always thinking that in the back of their mind, they're worried about what's coming at them because they're going towards traffic on that route as opposed to being away from it and maybe having a little bit more space.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Partner, nothing complicated here. This is just a pretty simple drag route.
You're exactly right, Brandon. Instead of throwing it downfield, they just throw it underneath and let the receiver do the work.
Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. They'll come out in the pistol. Time running out here on the play clock. On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Back to throw here. To the right side, it's Kelsey. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And they'll give it to him here. He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
And a nice gain of 21 yards.
I know exactly what's going to be said about that play from the defensive perspective.
What's that?
That's why I tell all you guys we need more than 1 tackler to the ball. He broke the first tackle. Luckily enough, there were more people there to get him down.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
7 yards to go on second down. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. His throw caught at about the 5. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Travis Kelce, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut it, all right? So you got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field in this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
On second down, here's Rodgers. He's got time in the pocket. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Now a play fake. Rodgers backing up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now here's a defensive timeout called by the Chiefs. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And he'll take it just outside the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Chiefs will have excellent field position here as they take over. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The tight end Kelce has it over the middle. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. The line to gain is the 33 on third down. Again, we'll see the pistol here. On third down, he'll drop to throw. And it's complete to Kelce. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Let's go.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Letting one go deep for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He's able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a depth.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. He made his first attempt, this from 45. And that is no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So the long field goal attempt winds up awry, and we have reached the intermission. As we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando, where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now Rodgers throwing on second down. It's brought in by Janis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. And this time they go underneath for a simple pitch and catch.
And not only do you get the pitch and catch, Brandon, but you're able to keep the receiver moving when you hit him with the drag route.
There he goes left side. 20, 10, touchdown, Packers. Malcolm Mitchell, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And they've got to be a little bit frustrated about that last drive, missed field goal.
Always hurts a team because, you know, you've put something out there, you've given yourself a chance, you're in range, and the ball doesn't go through the post. But it's not something to panic about, I don't believe. Just keep playing and keep going.
7 yards there on the first down screen play.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Three yards to go on second down. Again to Henry. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And we were down in the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
8 yards to go here on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. He'll drop to throw. He sets to fire deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. Oh, I was just just about to say he hadn't missed an extra point all season, but there it is. His first miss, no good. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're going to need another score. Got one last time, but still down here.
When you're playing catch-up, every possession becomes crucial, doesn't it? It's vital. Get back out on the field, punch in the end zone again. They know it's not easy, but what they do have going for them, they did score the last time. They think they've got a good formula working.
And what about the defense?
Well, now you're just saying to yourself, okay, give up a score last time. What adjustments do we need to make to slow them down now and get the ball back for our own offense? Is it more pressure? Is it more zone? What do they have to do? They're trying to figure that out themselves.
We'll see if they can figure that out right here. And they're going to speed things up here. Throwing now is Rodgers. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. Give him 3 on the play, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. Rodgers with a keeper. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
It seems like, and it is a gamble on their side of the field, but they have supreme confidence in picking it up on a quarterback sneak. You can just feel it from this team.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. Now this time, Rodgers will throw. Finding time. Going for the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
And when all else fails as a defender, when you're not there in the coverage, your best friend is exactly what we saw there. A big play shot taken by the offense. Unfortunately, it ended in a big drop.
2nd down now after the incompletion. They'll come out in the pistol. Rodgers will try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
There'll always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. One receiver left is Hilton.
26.
Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, Rodgers has it. And he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And Richard Rodgers makes the grab, and let's face it, it's going to follow him the rest of his career. The Hail Mary he caught to beat the Lions in 2015 in Detroit, pretty memorable play.
Those Lions fans, they just don't like you right now if they heard that.
I didn't mean to bring it up to, you know.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower so that your hand doesn't get involved in the face mask.
On 1st down, Rodgers. Complete left side, the tight end Rodgers. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it a second down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
On the carry, Michael. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. It's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll try and run for it with Michael. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. And now for the offense, this is play number 11 here on this drive. And from the 3 now, it's second and goal. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
This is why I've never been a big fan of trying to get too cute down here by the goal line. For every one time something like this works, it seems like it blows up about 10 times. And sure enough, they'll wind up losing yards here.
Rodgers now on 3rd and he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. Malcolm Mitchell with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Packers are back within a score. Extra point try now for Crosby. And it's good. It cuts it to 2. 16-14 our score. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And out come the Chiefs now. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Second down following the incompletion. Another pistol look here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 16 yards on the play. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Still in search of the first down after that last completion. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. Back to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. Derrick Henry all alone. And he finally is out of bounds, but he's down inside the 20-yard line. We're back now in KC. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. Red zone opportunity. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. On the counter, it's Henry. Oh, look at the juke. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout, and we will. We've got an injured Packer on the field. We'll step aside and get an update when we return to Arrowhead. Again, it's Henry. Only a gain of a yard there, but it indeed gets him a new set of downs.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Derrick Henry with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. And, Charles, when you catch that toss going right or left, really, but right in this instance, do you go straight for the pylon? Is that where you're going?
Well, typically you want to try and maneuver people a little bit so you have some space to get to the pylon. So I want to make sure I try and move them a little bit to the inside, and in this case to the left, so I can get to the right side and get to that pylon and wink at it as I go by.
All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. They'll try and throw for it. And this one's caught. And their fourth quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off.
And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. Last time they were out, they scored. Still trailing here, though, so some work to do.
But it's okay in terms of mindset. Because they scored the last time, they're not quite as worried about being down on the scoreboard because now their confidence is a little bit higher. They feel like they've got something going, and they feel like they can attack again and put more points on the board.
Are you scoreboard watching if you're the offense, or are you just focused on this drive?
We wouldn't be telling the truth if we said that they didn't scoreboard watch. Everyone does it to some extent. But you've got to set it aside right now and just focus on this series. That'll take care of the scoreboard if they punch it into the end zone.
One receiver left is Hilton. Rodgers again here on 2nd and 10. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45.
And when an offense is doing a nice job selling the play-action pass, a lot of responsibility shifts to the linebackers. They're the ones that have to determine run or pass and get to the proper places on the field.
Over the middle, Rodgers has it. They'll get 19 yards there. And it'll be a Green Bay first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
One receiver left, 2 to the right. They go play action here on first down. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. That'll be a gain of 16, and it'll be 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw, it's Rodgers. Got it complete to Rodgers. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Into the red zone, it's Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And eventually stopped just shy of the goal line right around the 2. He had time, was able to survey the field and find a soft spot in that zone coverage.
And that's where it gets difficult for a defender, Brandon. You go to your spots on the field that you have to cover, and when the offense finds an area that you're not in, that's where they throw the football.
They'll run it here with Michael. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Green Bay touchdown. Christian Michael, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers have cut it back within a score. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This will be taken short. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. This is Henry. And he stopped immediately there. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it again with Henry. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a third and about 9 to go.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on third. They'll look to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Both sides were holding their breath there on that fourth down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
Back to the ground now. It's Henry. And that winds up a decent run, and it also takes us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Henry, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4.
Here we go.
Now a handoff to Henry. And he'll at least get him inside the writ. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Andy Reid, some say always unpredictable, and here he says we're going for it on 4th down.
Come on, let's go. Brand 38. Brand 38.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to find his man. That's Tavon Austin. Give him 2 yards on that play, and they're able to convert here on 4th and inches.
We always talk about big-time players make big-time plays.
And now the Packers going to take another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the the busy night for Henry continues. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Let's go!
Long drive. The defense just cannot seem to catch a break and get off the field.
Let's go! What? 9!
Now it's Henry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Now hang on here. Timeout called by the defense. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So it'll be first down here after the run. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Henry, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
Well, he didn't make headway on that one, but he's had plenty of carries all night long. I just wonder if maybe he's a little bit tired from toting the rock that much.
They come out with one back and 3 tight ends. They'll run with Henry. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. Little insult to injury here late in the game. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to a tennis match, right? Not letting them break your serve. That way you hold on to it. They got it done, and they feel very good about that victory.
So for the Chiefs, the win will help them keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 6-3 on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Denver Broncos next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chiefs victorious here as we say so long from Arrowhead.
Tonight we ain't going out, so we invited everybody. The made, well, they're way too strong, but ain't nobody saying so. the rest of our lives for the rest of our lives, and the rest of tonight for whatever feels right. We're doing it our way, just acting our age. One day we'll look back just shaking our heads, but right now we're too fast to slow down just yet. We're doing it our way, just acting our age, just acting our age. There's people here that I just met, but we're acting like we go back.